So guys, in last class we have discussed about introduction part related to your chapter 10, that is light reflection refraction. We have seen few concepts like what is meant by light, what is meant by reflection, what is meant by refraction, that we have seen. Today concept is about ray diagrams related to concave mirror. Already we have seen that if you take mirror, we have three types. First one, plane mirror. Second one, concave mirror. Third, convex mirror. And we have seen what is meant by plane mirror, what is concave, what is convex. Mirror which will be plane, which will be straight, and image sizes, object sizes, image distance, object distance, everything will be same, everything will be perfect. So in your grade 10, we are not talking about plane mirror. But while coming to concave convex mirrors, image sizes, object sizes, image sizes, object sizes will differ. Image distance, object distance also will differ. Image object sizes will change. Image object distances will change. That's what we are going to see today. Next, parameters related to mirrors. So basically we have to understand what is the term ray diagram. Ray diagram, guys, whenever you want to draw light, I told you to draw light in form of ray, means there should be a straight line and one arrow mark. This is known as light ray. If you understand concave mirror by drawing light ray, known as ray diagram. Ray diagram nothing but light ray diagram. That is the meaning of that one. Fine. Ray diagrams nothing but light ray diagram. Now, before drawing this light ray diagrams, we have to understand few basics. This parameters of mirror is so important. In your examination for 1 mark, they are going to ask you these concepts. So you have to understand few sentences, few definitions, terms like what is meant by center of curvature. We'll see first words, then we'll try to understand. Radius of curvature, pole, principal axis, aperture size, principal focus, focal length. So these are the terms you have to understand today. So first, let us see example of one concave mirror. Let us take concave mirror like this. Concave mirror, and always we know your left hand side is reflecting side, right hand side is non-reflecting side. No need to mention this. No need to mention, just I have mentioned for your understanding. So non-reflecting side, what we have to do? We have to draw lines like this. Guys, this is starting point of drawing concave mirror. After drawing concave mirror, what you have to do, you have to mark one center point. This center point is represented with the letter P. P stands for pole. P stands for pole. Now, if they ask you what is meant by pole, what you can say? You see pole? The center of mirror, middle point is pole. That's it. So if they ask you define pole of mirror, guys, it may be concave mirror, convex mirror, pole will be same. The center of mirror or middle point of the mirror is called pole. Okay. Next one. Guys, this is spherical mirror, right? Spherical mirror in the sense it is a part of sphere. Part of sphere means if you extend this one, this will be circle. For every circle there will be center, isn't it? Now this is center of the circle. If you draw this one, it will become a circle. So this is center of circle. Now what we are saying is while drawing this concave mirror, it is like a curve, isn't it? Curve, or we can call it as arc. Curve or arc. Now, this point, which is represented with the letter C. C stands for center of curvature. C stands for center of curvature. P is pole, middle point or center point of mirror. C is center of curvature, which acts as center for this spherical mirror. So let us see the definition. Center of curvature, first point you can observe. The center of hollow sphere of which mirror is part. So center of hollow sphere. This is center of this hollow sphere. If you draw, it will be like a sphere only, right? That is the thing. Next, guys. Guys, yesterday we have discussed one thing, if you remember. Whenever you take concave mirror or convex, you take concave mirror, and for concave mirror, if you pass light rays, I mean incident rays, one light ray, second light ray, third light ray, fourth light ray, fifth light ray. If light rays are passed, what will happen, guys? All light rays will reflect like this, isn't it? After reflecting, you can observe all light rays will meet at one point. It will converge at one point. The best example what we can take is magnifying glass. In your fourth class, fifth class, you might have played this one. Take one paper, place one matchstick on it. Take magnifying glass. If you take magnifying glass, you can see total sun rays will fall on the magnifying glass. After falling, total sun rays will be converged at one point. Converged at one point. That converging is nothing but we'll say total sunlight is focused. Total sunlight is focused at one point. So if all light rays are meeting at one point, if it is merging at one point, combining at one point, meeting at one point, that point is known as focus. Focus. Of course, this is lens. This is lens. We are not talking about lens now, just talking about the concept of focus. Now, guys, in between center of curvature and pole, exactly at the middle of C and P, there will be a point called F. F stands for focus. Focus. Now, let us see the definition of focus. Here, you can see this principal focus. The point on the principal axis, okay, we'll draw what is principal axis, where all the incident rays parallel to principal axis will converge or diverge after reflection. So after reflection, total light rays will converge, isn't it? All will converge and it will meet at one point. That point is known as focus. Till now we have seen 3 points, guys. First one, P. P stands for pole, which is center of the mirror. Second, C. C stands for center of curvature, which is center for the spherical mirror. F is focus. Focus is a point where all reflected rays will meet. Incident rays will touch the mirror. It will reflect back. That reflected mirrors will meet at a point called focus. These are the 3 points. Now, if you draw a line which joins if you draw a line which joins, why it is coming here? Okay, we'll see. So if you draw a line, guys, from P to focus and center of curvature, if I am taking top, it is not going. I'll try to draw another time. No, it is not listening to my word. I'll try to draw from this side. Oh, it is fine, fine. Okay, guys, if you draw a line which is joining C, F and P, this straight line is known as principal axis. This straight line which is joining points C, F and P. This line is known as principal axis. Fine. Now you see the definition of principal axis. The line joining the pole, the center of curvature is called principal axis. So if there is any line, if you are drawing and if it is joining PFC, is called principal axis. Next, guys, you have to understand two things. Number one, focal length. Focal length. Number two, radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. What is meant by focal length? The length between focus and pole P, or the distance between focus and pole P. So focal length is nothing but distance between focus and pole P is known as focal length, which is represented with a small f. Guys, capital F is for focus, small f is for focal length. Next, what is radius of curvature? Guys, to understand radius of curvature, you have to understand circle. We know circle. If you take a circle and if this is the center point of the circle, this is center point, and if you draw a line from center to the circumference of circle known as radius, isn't it? Now you see this concave mirror is part of this sphere. Concave mirror is part of this sphere. Here we have point, here we have point P, here we have point F. What is this point? C. So R. Here what I have written? Radius of curvature. So I think so you can understand what is radius of curvature now. Radius of curvature means distance between C and P. So if you take distance from C and P, this entire distance known as radius of curvature represented with the letter R. These are the basics you have to understand while drawing ray diagrams. Copy entire thing in your running notes. You have to draw these diagrams, guys. Without drawing diagrams, you can't get it. Clear? Once again, I'll draw, but now I'll be little bit fast. You have to get this one. This is mirror. And you have to shade this mirror such that it will become reflecting side and non-reflecting side. Next, you have to draw a straight line. This straight line is known as principal axis, and point of principal axis which is touching the mirror. Exactly, principal axis will be at the center only, guys. Principal axis will be center only, because what is principal axis if they ask? if you remember plane mirror, mirror surface, incident ray after touching mirror, it will reflect back in the same path. That is known as normal ray, na? Normal ray in case of concave mirror is principal axis. So this is P point, pole. This is F, focus. This is C, center of curvature. Distance from F to P is focal length. Distance from C to P is radius of curvature. That's it. Whenever your teacher is asking you to draw diagram, ray diagram, you have to draw this, but no need to mention or no need to mention F. Is that clear, guys? So mirror, try to shade this and draw one principal axis and represent pole P, focus F, center of curvature C. That's it. This is the basic concave mirror diagram you have to draw. And please make sure while you are pointing F here, distance from here to here should be equal to the distance here to here. You can use your scale. If this distance is 3 centimeter, please make sure this distance is also 3 centimeter. Okay. Moving further, guys, here I told you distance from C to F should be equal to distance from F to P. Here you see distance from F to P is small f, distance from C to P is capital R. From this what we can say? Capital R is equal to 2f, means radius of curvature is equal to twice of focal length. So twice of focal length. From this if you want f is equal to R by 2. These two formulas, please remember, it will be useful while you are solving numericals. Okay, now next topic what you have to understand is rules for drawing ray diagrams. So rules for drawing ray diagrams. There are 4 rules, guys. 4 rules. You need to understand these 4 rules. Please write this heading in your classwork, and while I am drawing itself, you can draw all those diagrams. Now, we are learning 4 rules of concave. Concave. 4 rules in the sense we will get 4 diagrams. Four rules, 4 diagrams. Let us draw 4 diagrams of concave mirror. Simple diagrams. What is that? This one. This one. Okay. First, okay, 4 concave mirrors. We have to. You can also draw along with me in your classwork. You can follow me. If you can't draw these curves, arcs, You can use bangles. You can ask your mom to give bangle, or you can use compass to draw these arcs. If you have bangles, you can use that one. You can ask your sister, you can ask your mom, or you can take compass to draw this arc. Next, what we have to do? We have to draw principal axis, isn't it? Principal axis, which will be straight line. For 4 diagrams, 4 principal axes. Guys, you can follow me and you can draw this in your classwork while I am drawing. Right. We have got 4 concave mirrors. Now we have to mark PFC, isn't it? Let us take this point is P, this point is F, this point is C. Guys, there is no any particular calculations. You can take your scale, you can place from P to F, you can draw 3 centimeter. From F to C, you can draw 3 centimeter. Same. P, F, C. For third diagram, P, focus, F, center of curvature, C. For the final diagram, P is pole, F stands for focus, C stands for center of curvature. So whenever your physics teacher is asking you to draw concave mirror simple diagram, you have to draw this one. Okay, let us see first rule. 4, what I told, 4 rules we have. First rule, when guys here incident ray I will mention with blue color, reflected ray with rose color. Please make sure. Incident ray with blue color, reflected ray with rose color. Don't get confused. Guys, first rule. What is first rule? If any incident ray is coming from infinity and touching the mirror, guys, any incident ray coming from infinity and passing parallel to principal axis and touching the mirror, after touching the mirror, that incident ray definitely it will pass through focus. It will pass through focus. That is the first rule you have to understand. Rule number 1, if an incident ray is passing parallel to principal axis, reflected ray will pass through focus. That is the first rule. Second rule, so you can draw this diagram. Draw one incident ray parallel to principal axis, guys. That should, both lines should be parallel. Reflected will pass through focus. Second one, second rule, if any light is passing through focus, guys, if any light is passing through focus after touching the mirror, you see this is the incident ray which is passing through focus. After touching the mirror, reflected ray will be passing parallel to principal axis. Reflected ray will be passing, okay, let us take this, parallel to principal axis. That is the concept we have to understand. So what is second rule? Incident ray which is passing through focus, reflected ray will be passing parallel to principal axis. Third rule, you can draw this diagram and arrow marks are important, guys. Third rule, what is third rule? If a light is passing through center of curvature, if a light is passing through center of curvature, so incident ray is passing through center of curvature, after touching the mirror, mirror will reflect, sorry, that reflected ray will be in the path of same incident ray because it acts as normal ray, means reflected ray will be in the same path. Reflected ray will be in the same path. So incident ray, reflected rays will be in same path. That is the thing. So third rule, incident ray, if it is passing through center of curvature, reflected ray will pass through center of curvature only. Next, fourth rule, rule number 4, if an incident ray is touching the mirror at point P, if incident ray is coming from some source and touching point P here, pole, what will happen in the sense that ray reflects back from pole like this, that reflects back. And here one thing you have to understand, this angle of incidence will be equal to angle of reflection. So if this angle is theta, this angle also will be theta. Okay, angle I will be equal to angle R. So fourth rule is incident ray, if it is touching pole P, reflected ray will make same angle. So angle I will be equal to angle R. These are 4 rules, guys. Once again, rule number 1, if any light is passing parallel to principal axis, reflected ray will pass through focus. Rule number 2, if an incident ray is passing through focus, reflected ray will pass parallel to principal axis. Rule number 3, if an incident ray is passing through C, reflected ray also will pass through C. So incident ray equal to reflected ray. Next, fourth rule, if incident ray is touching pole P with some angle theta, reflected ray also will make same angle theta. These are the 4 rules. Here you can see those 4 rules which I have mentioned here. First one, guys, this is concave mirror. In next video we will listen about convex. So incident ray passing parallel to principal axis, reflected ray will pass through focus. Number 2, if incident ray is passing through focus, reflected ray will pass parallel to principal axis. Third, if an incident ray is passing through C, reflected ray also will pass through C. Fourth, if incident ray is touching pole with some angle theta, reflected ray also will pass from pole which makes angle theta. Both thetas will be equal. Those are 4 rules you have to understand for drawing ray diagram. Here I have mentioned 4 rules. Special rays for formation of image. Clearly I have mentioned 4 rules here. A ray of light which parallel to principal axis of spherical mirror after reflection converges or diverges from focus. Converges will be for concave mirror, diverges will be for convex mirror.